Okay, moving on, let's talk about the frame layout. Now the frame layout is a lot different to the linear layout that we looked at in the previous video. Much easier. It generally is designed to hold only a single view. That said, it does allow additional views to be added, but they are overlaid over the top of the previous images, unlike the linear layout and other layouts where you can sort of choose where they're going to be positioned on the screen. Still very useful. Used a lot for images with text over the top, which I'm going to show in this example. So let's get into it. So let's create our new frame layout example. Defaults for everything. Okay, I'm going to make a bit more space. And I'm going to open the preview so we can see what we're doing on the screen. Okay, so we're going to change relative layout to frame layout. Oops. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of the extra stuff we don't need, like tools. We'll get rid of the padding and the tools as well. And we'll get rid of our text view. Okay, so frame layout, a lot simpler, as I mentioned, than linear layout. And good use for it is an image. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to create an image view. We're going to put some text over the top of it. So I'm going to choose, actually I'll choose wrap content, not match parent, because we only want to use as much space as necessary. And what we'll do before I continue any further, we're going to just download a test image that we can use to display. So I'm going to go to my browser. And I'm just going to do a search for an image. I'm just going to go to Android Lollipop image. There you go. Just pick an image, that'll do. And I'm going to view it to the full size of it. And I'm just going to right click it. I'm going to save it into my project folder. So my project's on my desktop, Android Studio Projects, frame layout, app, build, SRC I should say, main, RES, and I'm going to put it in the drawable folder. And the only thing I'm going to change to make it a lot easier, and just call it Android.jpg. Okay, and incidentally I saw JPG on the end there in case you're wondering how I knew it was a JPEG. Okay, let's go back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to include that image. So I'm going to use the SRC command at drawable and we called it Android. And you can see it doesn't take up the full screen. So what we're going to do, even though it's going to distort the image, we're going to do a scale type fix XY, which stretches it basically. Okay, that's enough for an image. Now you can see, so that's the frame layout is consisting at the moment of a single image. Now anything more, by the way, it does want a content description, which is for accessibility for people, with difficulties viewing the images and so forth, but we won't do that here in this case. So I'm going to do a text view, wrap content. Okay, let's add some text. And you can see already it's at the top left-hand corner there. It's been added over the top. So we'll put a text size in. We'll make it a bit bigger. We'll put it, say, 48 SP for the font. And let's add a color. Red. Okay, and like anything, we can also do a layout gravity, like in the previous linear layout section. We can make that top, but that's not centered. But to make it centered as well, we just use the pipe command and center. like so. So we've now got some text overlaying the image. And likewise, if we add another element, another view I should say, it too will also be overlaid over the top. I'll put this one at the bottom. And you can see we've got text overlaying the top. So there's not really a lot else to talk about. Look, there are other options. I'm not giving you every single option when I go through these videos. Just think of the frame layout as something that's great for a simple view. Now, it doesn't have to be an image, obviously, but it's good for an image. So it's where you're building up complex layouts. You might have an image, then have like a number of other elements on the page as well, on the screen. This is a good place. Using a frame layout is a good way to control overall the look and feel of that, of that particular section of the screen. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. It's short and sharp. Frame layout is probably the easiest of all layouts because of the way it's set up. And I'll see you in the next video.